Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I've got some critical information to share with all of you who rely on SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps. This update affects approximately 42 million Americans, and it's actually some welcome news for a change. For the past several weeks, there's been significant confusion and anxiety in the SNAP community. The USDA and agricultural officials had been floating the idea of requiring every single beneficiary to reapply for their benefits from scratch. As you can imagine, this proposal caused quite a bit of panic among recipients who were already navigating the challenges of making ends meet. Well, I'm here to tell you that this requirement has been officially walked back. That's right, they've reversed course on this decision. Instead of forcing everyone through a brand new application process, officials have decided to stick with the existing recertification procedures that are already in place. Here's what's actually going to happen. SNAP recipients will continue to go through the standard eligibility review process that occurs every 6 to 12 months, depending on your individual circumstances and the state where you live. This is the same process you've been dealing with all along. Nothing new, nothing extra. It's honestly baffling that they even considered the mass reapplication idea in the first place. Think about it. They already have a system in place to verify eligibility on a regular basis. Why would they create additional bureaucratic hurdles when the existing framework works perfectly fine? For those of you who just recently went through your recertification process and are wondering if you need to do anything else, the answer is no. You're good. You don't need to reapply. Just continue following your normal recertification schedule as you always have. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. If you've been following these developments closely, you've probably noticed a pattern. Officials announce one thing, then days or weeks later, they announce the complete opposite. It's been incredibly frustrating for beneficiaries who are just trying to understand what's expected of them. 2 weeks ago, the message was, everyone must reapply. This week, the message is, actually, never mind. We'll just use the regular process. What will the message be next week? Your guess is as good as mine. This constant back and forth creates unnecessary stress and uncertainty for millions of families who are already dealing with food insecurity. It's important to stay informed, but it's equally important not to panic every time there's an announcement, because as we've seen, these policies can change rapidly. Here's something crucial you need to know. Despite walking back the reapplication requirement, officials are still talking about implementing a major overhaul to the SNAP program in early December. The Agricultural Secretary made comments in a recent interview suggesting that significant changes are coming during the first week of next month. As I'm recording this, we're still in late November, so December is just around the corner. What these changes will entail remains unclear. Is the scrapped reapplication plan what they were referring to, or is there something else entirely that we haven't heard about yet? Nobody seems to know for certain, and that ambiguity is concerning. I'll be monitoring this situation closely and will update you immediately when any concrete information becomes available. The lack of clarity is frustrating, I know, but we're all in this together, and I'm committed to keeping you informed every step of the way. It's also worth noting that the promised overhaul is separate from the significant changes that already went into effect at the beginning of November. These include expanded work requirements. The work requirement age range has been extended to include individuals aged 18 through 64. This is a substantial change that affects millions of recipients. According to recent estimates, approximately 3.5 million people could potentially lose their SNAP benefits due to these new work requirements if they don't meet the criteria. Redefined dependent status. Perhaps even more impactful is the change to how dependents are classified. Previously, anyone under 18 was considered a dependent. Under the new rules, only children aged 13 and under qualify as dependents. This means that if you have a 14, 15, 16, or 17-year-old in your household, they're no longer counted as dependents for SNAP purposes. This change alone could significantly affect household benefit calculations for many families. I've been receiving tons of questions about the work requirements, and I completely understand the confusion. Many of you are asking, does this mean I have to get a job right now to keep my benefits? The answer is, it depends on your specific situation. The work requirements don't apply universally to everyone. There are exemptions for people with disabilities, caregivers for young children, now defined as 13 and under, individuals with documented medical conditions. those participating in approved education or training programs, and various other qualifying circumstances. The key is understanding where you fit within these guidelines. If you're unsure whether the work requirements apply to you, I strongly encourage you to contact your local SNAP office. They can review your specific situation and let you know exactly what's expected of you. Don't assume you're automatically going to lose benefits, but don't ignore the requirements either. Proactive communication with your caseworker is your best strategy right now. You might be wondering why there's suddenly so much activity around SNAP policy. The stated goal from officials is to ensure the program's integrity and direct resources to those who need them most. There's also been discussion about reducing fraud and ensuring that work-capable individuals are engaged in employment or job training activities. However, advocacy groups have expressed serious concerns that these changes could result in eligible people losing benefits due to administrative barriers, confusion, or inability to navigate increasingly complex requirements. The concern is particularly acute for elderly recipients, those with limited English proficiency, and people in rural areas with limited access to support services. Here's my advice for navigating this uncertain period. Stay informed. Keep up with announcements from your state SNAP office. Sign up for text alerts or email notifications if your state offers them. Document everything. Keep copies of all correspondence with your SNAP office, including recertification documents, notices, and any changes to your case. Know your recertification date. Make sure you're aware of when your next eligibility review is scheduled and mark it on your calendar well in advance. Ask questions. If you receive a notice you don't understand, don't ignore it. Contact your caseworker immediately for clarification. Know your rights. You have the right to appeal if your benefits are reduced or terminated and you believe the decision was made in error. Seek help if needed. Many community organizations and legal aid societies offer free assistance with SNAP applications and appeals. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need help navigating the system. The coming weeks and months are likely to bring more changes and announcements regarding SNAP. December appears to be a pivotal month, with major policy shifts potentially on the horizon. I'll be watching everything closely and will bring you updates as soon as information becomes available. One thing is certain, we're in a period of significant transition for this program. Whether these changes ultimately help or hurt beneficiaries remains to be seen, but staying informed and proactive is your best defense against being caught off guard. For now, at least you can breathe a small sigh of relief knowing that you won't need to go through a complete reapplication process, at least not yet. The regular recertification schedule remains in place, which is one less thing to worry about in what's already a stressful situation. I know this has been a chaotic month for the SNAP community. The constant policy announcements, reversals, and uncertainty have created real anxiety for millions of families. It's understandable to feel frustrated, confused, or even angry about how these changes are being communicated and implemented. Remember that these benefits exist because you and your family need support. There's no shame in utilizing a program that's designed to help people meet their basic nutritional needs. Don't let the chaos and rhetoric surrounding these policy changes make you feel otherwise. Stay strong, stay informed, and most importantly, don't face this alone. Reach out to your local SNAP office with questions, connect with community resources, and lean on support networks when you need them. I'll continue to monitor these developments and will keep you updated with any new information. If there are specific topics or questions you'd like me to address in future updates, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for your time today. I know this information can be overwhelming, but knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your benefits and understanding your rights. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, stay informed and stay resilient. We'll get through this together.